Hey guys, Corey Hutton from Free Play here. We are at Free Play Denton, and today we're doing a walkthrough, not just to see a couple new games that have shown up, but a whole new game layout that has really fixed a lot of the kind of tight space issues we had before. So let's hop on in there, let's check out these new games, and let's see this awesome new format. All right guys, so you'll have to bear with us. We're in our 1 p.m. summer opens right now, so the arcade is already open. But we're gonna do this quick walkthrough really quick. We still have these awesome pinballs here up the front. We've got Star Trek, The Shadow, Aerosmith, Monster Bash, and the custom, we've talked about it a bunch, Denton Heat that has, we've cracked the sound. We have all new sounds in the game, all new lighting, all new, basically everything to turn it from a Hollywood Heat to a Denton Heat. Very, very cool. Then we've got the stand-up Crazy Taxi. This is the home of a bunch of world record runs too. We have a very active Crazy Taxi community and it's really an awesome game. Then we've got Initial D3. You've got both of these game cards. So you can go to the bar, you can buy game cards that save your games, I think up to 50 or 60 games. And our card readers are working. Pretty rare to find in a public arcade right now. And then of course we've got this really cool new Pac-Man Battle Royale Japanese edition. We've talked about it a lot. This is super, super rare and very, very difficult to find in the States. You'll find the American version plenty, but to find a Japanese Battle Royale is extremely rare. In fact, we're pretty sure we're the only arcade running 2 that are available to the public right now. One here in Denton, the other one in Richardson. And then we can just kind of knock out a lot of games really quick. Paperboy, we've got Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection dedicated, a Color Tapper, NBA Jam, Miss Pac-Man, Play Choice 10 with a really, really cool lineup, including an awesome, awesome Duck Hunt with the working gun. We've got Crystal Castles, my all-time favorite game. Narc, that absurd, just kind of crazy, you are against the drug dealers, so you're just gonna blow them all up. Dig Dug, you gotta have it. House of the Dead 2 with that Flamingo. And now we're gonna kind of turn right here. And this is the big change that's happened at Denton. We've got this huge kind of area. This used to be filled with games in a straight line. And instead they kind of surrounded the walls with games, which is something I didn't come up with at all. The staff here came up with this idea and it's worked so well. And I'm just so happy because many of the complaints about Denton was it was too cramped, too small with the amount of games we had in here. Now we have the same numbers. We've actually increased our game numbers and it feels like we have more space. It's perfect. All right, so we'll knock out this quick walkthrough really quick. We've got Area 51, Space Invaders Deluxe, and Asteroids. Tubin, the light doesn't look like it's cooperating, but if you can see the waterfalls are still coming down, we'll get that fixed right away. Marble Madness, Atari Tempest, Revolution X on the other side, Aerosmith's famous game, Music is the Weapon. You've got working force feedback on these. Really hard to keep going, but you know what, that's what we do. Awesome Arkanoid, super rare Gottlieb Reactor, followed by that Diagogo, everyone's surprise favorite game here. And of course the Frogger that you have to have, one of the all-time classics. And then we'll squeeze through, we've got a 1943, a Sega Outrun that was recently called the best playing Outrun available to the public by some of the best Outrun players out there. It's really unique. We're doing our best to keep it going, but when we put it out, I'm pretty sure it was the best. Turning around, we've kind of got a Taito Kicks. Awesome game that's been requested numerous times. It's out here at Free Play Denton. Space Gun, that rare dedicated with the still intact plastic. You don't see that very much, and it's a really fun, great game. Then you've got Robotron picking back up on the kind of list next to its brother, the later released Smash TV that added 2 players, all that beautiful talk. We've recently upgraded to make sure we give you the full Wico experience here on Smash TV. We're dedicated to preserving the past and giving you the best possible gameplay. And something like that is something no other arcade that I'm aware of would have done, but we sourced the original Wico sticks, changed them from those haps that were on here. They worked fine, but that's what it's supposed to have, so we got it. A Super Pack in great shape. Super rare Pigskin 621 AD. It's like a rugby, football, pre-blitz, blitz. So cool and so awesome. Then Burger Time, one of the classics that we try to have at all the locations. And then just over here behind us, you've got MK2 and Viper Phase 1, an all-time classic fighter next to what is probably the most popular shmup that we've ever put out. And then just more of these amazing hits, Magic Sword, 4-player, Konami Simpsons, Atari Centipede, and Soul Calibur right here, which is the most popular fighter we have here at Denton, which is kind of a surprise hit. Soul Calibur was a launch game at Richardson. And then we've got our two Astro Cities. They rotate games. Almost always we have a Super Turbo in one. It looks like Vampire Savior or Vampire Hunter next to it. Really, really great games. And like I said, these rotate frequently, and this is where we do most of our Tuesday night fight events here in Denton. That said, I know Soul Calibur is coming up, so if you're into Soul Calibur, you gotta sign up for it. And now that's the front room. We're gonna go hit the secret back room. It's not secret, we try to tell everyone about it, but we know some people have visited and just missed it, and it's got some really all-time great hits and the rest of our pinball for this location, so let's go check it out. Okay, so in our efforts to get more people to go to the back, we've now put little plaques for most of the games back there. So if you're like, you walk through your kid and you're like, where's Donkey Kong? Where's Joust? They're in the back. We're gonna go find them. It's weird, but you know what? In Denton, the buildings are kind of weird. So it takes a little bit getting used to. And here, of course, if you noticed, our front was packed, filled with people back here, no one. Maybe we need even more signs. But picking back up, we've got Stern Star Wars, Medieval Madness, maybe the best ever, probably the best ever. Scared Stiff, an actual Scared Stiff available in a free play arcade. This doesn't happen anywhere else. I mean, this is so cool. It gets played crazy volume here, but here it is. We're dedicated to keeping it on the floor. Jersey Jack's dialed in, one of those all-time great new pinballs. And then of course, Addams Family, one of everyone's favorite, one of the most made pinballs, and it made a ton because it was so great. And then we've got our Heaven is a Place on Earth wall. We're always rotating this, always changing it just a little bit, but always featuring some of those all-time great arcade games. We've got Donkey Kong, Mario Brothers, Galaga, and Tron right now on the list. And then we've got our red tint. This is Nintendo's sit-down cab. It's famous. We've got Super Mario Brothers on one side versus Castlevania on the other. And this is a really, really unique, cool way to experience these games that you won't just find anywhere. It's here at Free Play Denton. And then we've always talked about rare sit-down side-by-side joust. This is one of the coolest form factors. Lonnie McDonald came here, did a 10 million point run on it. But you will not find this in very many arcades. They only made 500 ever. But you know what? Come out to Free Play Denton. If you haven't been lately, you've got to come check out this new the new layout is amazing. It's kind of satisfied all of the problems that we've had before in terms of people being too cramped. And I mean, yeah, Heaven is a Place on Earth here at Free Play Denton.